You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your early weekly spoilers for Monday, September 25th through Friday, September 29th. I've got a couple of dated spoilers for every day of next week, but real quick, I'm going to give you a little bit of context by rattling off for you what is happening the rest of this week. By now, you'll have seen at least the Monday and Tuesday 18th and 19th episodes. Some of you may have seen Wednesday the 20th by the time you are listening to this, but I'm still going to rattle off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to give you context for what is happening next week. Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our day's updates. And now let's dig in real quick to the rest of this week. Wednesday the 20th, Jada notices that Talia is acting strangely and confronts her. It's weird because she already confronted her about Sean, but I'm guessing the conversation picks back up on Wednesday and she reads her the riot act. EJ catches Wendy trying to hack into his phone, which also happened on Tuesday already, but they're obviously going to replay that conversation and have a full showdown about it. Johnny and Chanel enjoy some romance, and Rafe keeps on pounding at Tripp with questions about aiding and abetting his crazy mother. Thursday, the 21st, Chad is surprised by a new boss at work. Should be interesting. Alex and Brady are very suspicious of Teresa, and rightly so. She's super shady lately. Vivian and Maggie are arguing again, and Kayla grills Stephanie about what's going on with her and Chad. And then on Friday, the 22nd, Vivian has a proposition for Philip Kiriakis. Maggie and Justin Kiriakis find out something stunning. I'm assuming it's the will, and that finding the will in that metal briefcase. And then we have a spoiler saying two couples could get married. One is Rex and Sarah. The other, Chloe and Xander. There's, could be Nicole and EJ. Who knows? All right. So then an undated spoiler, which I think happens later this week, is that Sean, Belle, and Talia have an awkward run-in. I wonder if Belle has any inkling what her client was doing with her husband. All right, let's dig into next week. Monday the 25th. Vivian Alamain has an offer for Alex Kiriakis, and then she pressures him to accept it. We do know from an interview with Maggie Horton actress Suzanne Rogers that Alex is going to wind up CEO of Titan. Not sure if that's for just a minute or for a month or two or indefinitely, but maybe, just maybe, Vivian is trying to bring him over to the dark side. They say the dark side has cookies. Also on Monday, Chloe Lane overhears something shocking. I have little doubt that it is the truth about Sarah Horton's baby, because I saw a spoilers photo of Rex Brady sitting and talking to his brother, Philip Kiriakis, who I'm sure Philip is going to congratulate him on the birth of his baby daughter. And that is not Rex's baby daughter. Rex, I don't think, is going to advertise it around, but I do think he would tell his brother the truth. And if he does, I think that is what Chloe is going to overhear because of the spoilers for Tuesday, the 26th, which says Chloe is facing a dilemma. And I think that's whether to tell her fiance that he has a newborn baby, because she knows it's going to probably end things with them. Meanwhile, also on Tuesday, Sarah has got some cold feet about this wedding to sexy Rexy. Wednesday, September 27th, it's time for Rex's wedding with Sarah to begin. So we'll see. You never know. They may have them say I do and then everything blows up, but I certainly hope that Sarah backs out of it. We'll see. That same day, Chloe asks Philip Kiriakis about his feelings. I'm guessing it's his feelings that he might still have for her. I do suspect, based on the timing of both of their exits, that Chloe is going to leave town with Philip, but that remains to be seen. Thursday, the 28th, Ava and Harris narrow down Susan Banks' location. They are close to finding her, but Rafe and Jada are chasing them down. So it's going to be a photo finish, I think, on whether they find Susan first or the cops find them first. Also on Thursday, somebody drops in on Eric Brady over at Sloan Peterson's apartment where he is now living. The spoiler was written like he's just moved in with her. I'm pretty sure he moved in with her weeks ago. I told you guys that the spoilers being written for the soaps with the writers on strike are super dodgy and inaccurate sometimes or overblown. You know, you don't realize what all that writers write until the writers are gone. They write everything, you know, including descriptions and blurbs and spoilers. So we're getting really messed up spoilers for all of the soaps. And hopefully when this writer's strike ends, it will clear up. Just for the record, we are heading rapidly towards being in the longest WGA writers' strike in history. Back in 1988, they had one that lasted 154 days. By the time you guys are listening to this, if you're listening to this on Wednesday, the 20th, it will be at 141 days with no signs of abatement. I think we might be in the middle of a record-breaking writers' strike. The most recent strike from 2007 to 2008 lasted 100 days, and we are well past that. We are about to hit 150% of that, so it's wild. All right. On Friday the 29th, we find out who has dropped in on Eric Brady, and it is Marlena Evans. And Marlena is usually pretty chill, and she likes to ask thought-provoking questions like the doc that she is and let people come to their own realizations about, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this, maybe I should do this. But this time, I think she's going to tell Eric directly, I don't think this is a good idea. And now that Sloan is not pregnant, this is a good time for you to walk away. We shall see. Also on Friday, Vivian Alamain finally finds out what was in Victor's last will and testament. I am guessing that if he left her anything, it's going to be something paltry and possibly insulting. I definitely would love it if Victor kind of gave her a metaphorical middle finger on the way out and just left her something obnoxious, just to let her know that he did not give a tinker's damn about her. Even if he and Maggie are not legally spouses, which maybe he knew at the time of his death, maybe he didn't. I'm sure we'll find out more next week. Obviously, he's going to give to his children and to the woman that he loved, which was Maggie, not Vivian, no matter what she claims. All right, guys, drop your comments below about what you're excited to see next week. Click subscribe if you haven't already, please. And click a like if you enjoyed this early edition spoilers. So what do you think? Are you excited that Susan Banks is resurrected and is about to be back? And I hope when Ava finds her, she tells her that she's main. That's what I want to hear out of Susan's mouth when they burst in. All right. What do you think about Marlena telling Eric he needs to pack his crap and get away from Sloan? And what do you think that Victor left Vivian in his will? It'd be funny if it was something, you know, really ironic, like a whole helping of dog poo or something. I think that would be quite fitting. We'll just have to wait until next week and see. Be sure and come back later this week. We'll have your full roster of Days of Our Lives weekly spoilers. We'll have 2-week spoilers, casting news, and all the goodies you need to get ready for next week on Days of Our Lives. Thank you guys so much for listening and commenting and tuning in. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.